Hello everybody. I want to talk to you about something that happened today. My wife and I, we went to the post office, right? And at the post office, we were pretty much just, doing our post office thing, waiting for our packages, because we had packages waiting for us, And for some reason, they didn't deliver. So we had to, go there and pick it up. Anyway, long story short, what happened was this. I always say long story short, but here's what happened. On the line, there was a guy. He was talking about how he had information, and he was trying to get his information being sent to, his package was going to his house, and it was supposed to go to his house, but didn't go to his house, so it went back to the post office. So the lady was having an argument with him. The teller was having an argument with him, right? And so the teller said, she said that she tried to negotiate and try to reason with him and try all kind of things to say with him, but it was he wasn't really being a problem or anything like that. He wasn't really a problem. He was just kind of just talking his situation and talking what he was thinking about. Anyway, so what happened was she said to him, she said she was getting all frustrated because she was like, this is the thing. It's he was like, the package came last night, and the lady's like, no, the package came today. And it's like, no, according to the data that I have from the information that I have online, it came yesterday at this time. She said, no, it came. And so she was fighting back and forth, and I'm like, federal worker, you need to chillax, federal worker, right? Because my wife and I were sitting there, and usually what happens when we start seeing things, we start getting into our mindset starts taking steps. We start making some decisions, and maybe we should get involved, kind of thing, because that's what people like us we do. We get involved in stuff. So anyway, long story short, there you go with that phrase. What happened is you have the thing where she says to him, she says to the man, no, this is what happened today. And so he finally relented and said, no, it's not, whatever. Says, it's scanned and it's here, and so it should be here. And then she says, no, it's still on the road. He says, no, it's in here. So they're going back and forth with this. So finally, she says, she's like Margaret. I don't know if she said Margaret. I just using Margaret because that's the name I could just think of right now. And she's like, Margaret, you better come in here and help me before I go postal up in here. And I was like, a postal worker is saying about going postal? And I was like, oh my goodness. Okay, now I know she probably meant that as a joke and everything, and I know she meant that, in terms of trying to deal with her, vent her frustration and trying to get some clemency here with some people and trying to say, okay, well, you know what? This is a very overwhelming or annoying situation for her. But the guy was just asking questions, and he was trying to find out where his package is. Now, you know what I'm saying? He needs to get his package. So eventually, she comes out and talks to him. And so as she goes into talk and looking at everything like that, we, the people, we're kind of listening because, I'm telling my wife, don't get involved yet. Just kind of hold your zone because, because we're next in line really, and you got to hold your position because we don't want these people coming after us. Especially, when federal people get mad, they do things they shut down for 3 hours or whatever, and they go on a lunch break, and then you have to kind of sit there and wait. And we want to get our package too. So anyway, the situation is she had she really got upset with the guy. So she came out to talk to him directly, and he started showing her his papers and things like that. And it's a New York City thing. We people in New York, we talk a lot. So what I'm trying to say is that she was talking to him and just trying to reason with him, and he was trying to reason with her and saying that, no, this has happened before. Don't you understand? This has happened before. I've been down this road before, and this is what happened last time this happened, and it was here. Can you please go search for me? And so eventually she kind of just threw up her hands and said, my boss is here on Monday, so just whatever. And so it's Friday. So she's my boss is here on Monday, whatever, kind of thing, So when she walks back in, we all kind of she calls for the next passenger, the next customer, which is us. And so we were able to get our stuff, and we got our stuff real quick. And after that, we're just kind of saying, hey, this is the situation there. Let's get our stuff. And so we get our stuff, and then afterward, as we're leaving, before we're leaving, lady goes to get our stuff. We start talking to the guy, and he's like, well, I have tracking. It's maybe there's tracking numbers or something like that. Maybe there's something there, He's like, well, I have all the paperwork. I have all the tracking stuff, I have everything that I need, and so, and he's like, I've been through this before. I've done all this before, Poor guy. So he's like, I need to get a package before Monday because, it's an important package for me, So then I was just thinking, here you go. Here you go, you liberals and all you leftists and everything. Well, not so much liberals, but you leftists out there, all talking about more government control. This lady offered him no solution except to say, come back on Monday. Which is I don't care about your situation. You know what? And she even said the phrase, Margaret, help me before I go postal up in here. Now, you know what postal means? For a postal worker to say go postal? That means like go shoot up the whole place. That's what it means. Going postal, there was a shooter back many years ago. Guy who was a postal worker, he lost his cool and he started shooting people. So this lady making a joke about going postal, about a guy asking a question. I don't know her day. I don't know what what her day required or whatever she was going through. But long story short, that was not a nice thing to go through. Not to saying about the whole thing with the, more government control. Is that what you want? You want to be able to like sit there and have to deal with people with attitudes because of the fact that you can't, that you get tired of dealing with you? It's like, oh, I'm tired of dealing with you. Let me go ahead and just, I'm going to make your life even worse now because, you know what? I'm this person here. Or I'm an individual here who has the power to change your life and make it more harder for you because I can, So, I was just thinking about that. I thought, let me just share that with you, as I'm walking to catch the bus here. So one of the things is just that, just be careful, people be listening, I was tempted to just take out my camera and start recording the whole thing. I'm saying to myself, well, I don't want to do that. Let me just point out to the issues. There was enough people there to witness the situation. We have an exact time when it happened, all these things. But the bottom line is that we weren't trying to make the lady get in trouble. That's why I didn't say her name or what post office it was or, what time of day it was. But all I know I can say this is that, having more government control may not be the best thing because, in a situation like that, how many supervisors we have to go through before we get to somebody who can actually deal with this lady and don't know what her situation is, and by us dealing with her, make her life worse. So the fact of the matter is that somebody down the line has to have more mercy than this person does, than showing mercy. So it's kind of like a mercy thing. And the Bible says, love mercy, walk humbly with your God. Love mercy, do rightly, do kindly. Be kind to people. And so you have a thing where it's like, here it is, a scenario where somebody is like, they could be doing nice things and helping people and saying, what, sir, I'm sorry you went through this before. No, she's yelling, I'm Margaret, come help me before I go postal up in here, So let you know that situation there. Let it just sink in for a moment or two. Anyway, long story short, thank you so much for listening and listen to my rant. So have a good night, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, bye.